The internet went crazy when Nike released a 40-second commercial featuring Caitlyn Clark. A few minutes following the advertisement dropped, the sneaker sold out in a record-breaking minute. Yes, only one. And a horde of critics went insane almost instantly. There was more to Nike's decision to finally use Caitlyn Clark in a solo commercial than just branding. A new queen of female athletics is being crowned. And many haters are furious over this. The criticism has been fierce, ranging from rival fan bases to angry veterans. However, it gets clearer the louder they get. Caitlyn's ascent is unstoppable. How far will her detractors try to halt what they obviously can't control is the true question at hand. Let's take a quick look back before delving into all the criticism and indignation. What specifically did Nike display that caused such a stir on the internet? Let's examine the advertisement that has everyone talking. At the beginning of the advertisement, Caitlyn Clark is shown putting on her sneakers while calm, concentrated, and totally in the zone. The camera focuses on her eyes while she tightens the laces. They flare, slit, and light yellow for a brief moment. It's powerful but fast. A daring homage to Kobe Bryant's iconic Black Mamba and an indication that Clark is prepared to take the mantle. And that video told it all. It wasn't simply the commercial that was causing him frustration. It has to do with the underlying message. He believes that Nike teaming Kobe's legacy wasn't honored by Caitlyn Clark. It served as a crutch. He didn't think she could sell shoes by herself. Not without a legendary figure like Kobe. Bryant is supporting the company. He believed that the Black Mamba effect was performing the most of the work. Here's the twist, though. In less than a minute, those sneakers were still sold out. Therefore, whether or not Caitlyn needed Kobe may not be the true question. For this reason, some individuals are still unable to acknowledge that she didn't. The fact that women's sports, particularly the WNBA, have historically had trouble with viewership and media support demonstrates his terrible viewpoint. Signature shoe deals are even more uncommon than large-scale advertisements. He therefore believed that a female athlete, particularly a rookie, could not possibly achieve those types of results on her own. He thinks the shoes only sold out because of the Kobe tie-in. Just Kobe, not her skill, not her fame, not the millions of fans that attend every game. And that mindset, that's exactly why moments like this matter. Well, Caitlyn. In less than a minute after its publication, the first 13,000 pairs sold out, making Clark retract his remarks. As soon as markets emerged and the pairs were selling for between $350 and $600, the $190 retail price became something of a long time ago. Ultimately, the most popular sneaker value indicator, StockX, revealed that the average resale price was $365, with the most sought-after sizes fetching up to $800. However, this is where things start to get interesting. Many of Caitlyn's supporters questioned why Nike did not act more quickly, despite the fact that there were detractors and haters who denigrated her. It was evident as soon as Caitlyn Clark proved she was the real deal when she entered the WNBA. However, Nike was experiencing some internal strife. They were attempting to push another superstar before they inked a contract with Caitlyn Clark. And this is currently the source of part of the hate. A'ja Wilson, a great player for the Las Vegas Aces, was Nike's first project. They offered her a $20 million annual contract and used eye-catching advertising to try to create an underdog story around her. However, the harsh reality for A'ja is that it is impossible to produce what Caitlyn Clark does with ease. Nike went over and above to support A'ja Wilson, but Caitlyn Clark had already created a tremendous wave of momentum on her own. Without any corporate encouragement, she had an astounding $82 million economic impact on the city of Iowa while she was still in college. A ball and a hoop were all Clark ever needed. However, Nike was too preoccupied with crossing off social justice talking points to notice that the true game changer was there in front of them.
Nike finally delivers Caitlyn Clark PE. Is this the first Caitlyn Clark exclusive Nike commercial since she's entered the WNBA? I know she's made a cameo here, she's made a cameo there, she was featured as part of this rollout here, featured as part of this rollout there, but is this our first official Caitlyn Clark solo commercial?
Fans had previously witnessed Caitlyn Clark dominating the court during her college years prior to the official release. Most people believed it to be her go-to pair at the time. However, many were unaware that she referred to them as her magic shoes. They weren't only special to her, it turns out. They were going to be
like, it's not really about me. And she knows how her privilege has gotten her to that point. And also, like, she's good at basketball, obviously. Like, she understands her privilege and like, just over the top in a sense. It reminds me a lot of you.
And a great deal of hatred is being fostered by this. A'ja Wilson and her team attempted to depict being disregarded due to a certain rookie during the previous season. She continued by calling Caitlyn Clark a white girl with privileges.
I've said this again and again. Caitlyn Clark is must-see TV. Caitlyn Clark already is having Michael Jordan effect on the WNBA, the same effect Michael Jordan had in his first couple of years in the NBA.
Her $20 million was the only thing that made her famous. Caitlyn signed a $28 million contract with Nike during her rookie season, and her signature shoes, the A1, are being taken away from her. As a result, A'ja Wilson's gear is now in the clearance department. The Caitlyn Clark effect is more than just a catchphrase. It is genuine. It's enormous. And the figures show it. When she was playing, WNBA viewership reached levels not seen in nearly 25 years. Games with Caitlyn's Indiana Fever drew an astounding 1.09 million viewers on average, compared to just 414,000 without her. That is an incredible 163% increase. Furthermore, TV numbers are not the only factor. People were physically moved by her presence. Attendance increased by 105% throughout the league. Additionally, her 41 appearances accounted for 33.5% of all WNBA game attendance. That's not someone moving the needle. She was breaking records even before she became a professional. In the 2024 NCAA, her final college game, 18.9 million people watched the women's championship. That exceeds the men's final by more than 4 million. She wasn't merely drawing attention to herself. She was creating new guidelines for what is feasible in women's sports.
It looks to me like maybe 20% of the attention she gets is for her ratings and what she's doing for the league. And then the other 80% is people either criticizing her or coming after her, or the things with the refs, or we need to protect her. She needs a bodyguard, like all these peripheral things.
The most bizarre aspect is that this Kobe edition, which has generated a lot of controversy, is only the start. Later this year, Caitlyn Clark's official trademark sneaker will be released. When that one falls, just think of the outburst her detractors will have. In the 28-year history of the WNBA, only 12 women have ever received a signature shoe. That tells you everything on its own. Even though Caitlyn Clark is just in her second season, she has already established herself as one of the greatest players of all time. Nike's $28 million deal, which at first appeared to be a risk, now appears to be a good deal. It's sending a strong message to competitors like Adidas and Reebok, who signed Angel Reese. Female athletes are no longer willing to accept a small salary compared to their male counterparts. It sends a clear message to the business community that investing in female athletes is now highly worthwhile. And it's all because of one woman, Caitlyn Elizabeth Clark. Rising salary, larger TV deals, and rich sponsorships are becoming the new normal as a result of her. Caitlyn Clark is now much more than just a basketball player. She has attracted controversy. Whether she likes it or not, her name is frequently brought up in politically tense discussions and used by pundits who promote harmful myths and racial bait. And for a company like Nike, known for playing it safe and steering clear of anything remotely messy, This was unfamiliar territory. Nike froze at first. They had no idea how to deal with it. They remained silent out of fear more than a lack of appreciation for her. But gradually something changed. They stopped trying to win a cultural argument that couldn't be won, and instead decided to focus on what they do best, winning the market. The stats were yelling the truth as people disagreed on the internet. Everything from the sales of tickets. In response to jersey demand and site traffic, Nike's response and TV ratings were all pointing in the same direction. Caitlyn Clark was more than just well-liked. She was in charge. The information was too loud to ignore. The low rates the WNBA has experienced after Caitlyn Clark's injury serve as an excellent illustration.
She has an 8-year, $128 million deal with Nike. So, she's going to eat. Merchandise in the league went up off a rookie from a Midwest-based school on the worst team in the league, 234%. But here was the one that struck me. So before she got there, the Indiana Fever, the valuation of the franchise was $90 million. Remember, they play a short season. It's not like the NBA where it lasts like 6 months. After playing, 40 games, the valuation of that team now is $340 million.
Nike had to make a decision. Give up trying to win over critics who will never be satisfied. Rather, they supported the lone player who is already altering the game as a whole. In the end, Caitlyn Clark didn't request this attention. It located her. She didn't recoil when it did. She continued to hope when everyone else questioned if she was prepared. She continued to set records, pack arenas, and now sell out shoes in a matter of seconds. Nike eventually gave up and took the appropriate action right away. Place a wager on the one individual who has demonstrated that she defines culture rather than merely changing it. The industry is now forced to comply. The figures are very large. There is too much hype. The game has undergone a permanent transformation. One thing is evident regardless of whether you are supporting her or attempting to undermine her. Caitlyn Clark is doing more than just altering the rules. The game is her.
If you listen to the reports, Rebecca, they looked at Caitlyn Clark and they said when she was out over these 5 games with a quadricep injury, there was a diminished interest to some degree in the